again. Another week, yes, we're here. But this week we've had a request from one of our subscribers, so thank you, Mark, for watching. Also a member of the gym we train in, and he asked us to do something to do with backs. So strengthening, loosening off, back pain.
Yeah, well, so back pain is like one of the most common problems, injuries that people have. And a lot of the times people think it's because the back's weak.
Yes, a lot of the time, yeah.
But sometimes that might not be the case. Problem can be anywhere across your hips, and that can lead to obviously problems with your back. So sometimes it could be that your back's weak.
Yes.
Other times it might be your core's not strong enough.
Yeah, your back's
glutes
tight.
aren't strong enough, back's tight,
If you
hips
think
are
about
tight.
your back, everything you do walking is constantly engaged, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holding you just upright, so it's working a hell of a lot, so you just get tired.
First thing we'd say, though, when it comes to if you've got sort of like a back injury, is go and see a physio, go and see a doctor, go and see like a medical professional and get it professionally diagnosed first.
Get it sorted.
Because we can't really help with that unless we have more knowledge on what the actual problem is.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people come to us with sciatica and related problems that probably do originate in the back, don't they? Which we can help with, but yeah, if there's an actual problem with your discs or your back in some way, that needs sorting out properly by a professional.
Yeah, you just need to be aware of it. So what we're going to go through today is we're going to go through some mobilisations for your hips, so some more foam rolling, some more sort of like movement.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go through some work for your core, okay, a few different types of carries.
Because that's really important, isn't it?
Yes.
Like you said, it's sometimes due to a weak core, isn't it? Why the back takes all the pressure.
Then we're going to run through a couple of exercises for your glutes and your lower back.
Yes, we are. So we're going to run through all them separately, and hopefully after it you'll have a perfectly strong and mobilised back. That's what the plan is anyway.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Right.
Into it.
So we're going to take you through a few mobilisations to start. I feel like Gandalf with this.
How
shall the pass?
I dread to think what's coming with that bar, but I feel like I'm going to be on the receiving end. Oh, God.
So we're going to take you through some mobilisations for your IT bands, which sort of comes down the lateral aspect of your leg.
Very tight on most people, isn't it?
It's supposed to be tight. It's supposed to be tight to a certain extent.
Yeah, I guess it's getting worked a hell of a lot.
Kettlebell, I don't know if you can see that, for your reductor.
Yeah.
We've got a tennis ball, which we're going to use for your hip flexors. We're going to use that for your glutes as well. And we're going to use a foam roller for your lower back.
Ooh.
Alright.
I'm like a ragdoll after this.
We're going to start with IT bands.
Right, okay.
So Mel's set up.
Right.
Okay, she's got it so that she can really just dig the bar into the side of
like
the
a little
thigh
rolling pin.
and just roll it out like a piece of dough.
Piece of dough.
That's
Cheers. That's what my thighs are today.
And back up.
Man, let's try and rotate it around a bit.
That side a bit. And go down there.
Oh my, all right.
Like that.
Jeez.
Put a bit of
You
willy
put some
into
pressure
it.
on there.
Yeah, too right. Okay. You don't necessarily just have to roll it. Sometimes you can just sort of press it down.
Yeah.
It'll have the same effect.
Oh man.
You get a bit of quad in there as well, which is handy.
Fabulous.
That's it really for your right. You can obviously switch over.
Yeah, you do both
the other
sides.
side. When you're mobilising, you don't want to be too painful, alright?
Now he tells me.
You're just there to sort of loosen it off a bit. It's not like a massage or anything like that.
No.
Despite Mel's grimace.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so that's your IT band. Obviously you need to do both sides, not just one. Then we've got your reductor. So Mel's gonna
X-rated, incoming.
get really well acquainted with a kettlebell.
Let's go on the other side. So I would probably be like such.
Yeah, get that kettlebell.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, and you have to go right down the length.
Yeah, so just no, just hold it up. No, hold it in the sort of like your groin region, and then just move your leg around, and you'll feel it.
That is really painful.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I've had sports massage on my adductors foot, and it is absolutely vile, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't have to actually move yourself massively. It's more just moving your leg. Because as you move your leg, you'll work your adductor. That's not like through the handle, and that'll just help loosen it off.
Yeah, it's worse if you get higher up your leg.
Yeah. This one's really getting into your groin, into your inguinal tract, as it's called, yeah.
He's been researching, bless him. That is painful, yeah, I get the drift though.
Yeah, I think you're enjoying that a bit too much, man.
Yeah, rather. Oh, yeah, that is really horrible.
Right.
Okay.
Next,
All right.
Move on to the tennis ball. Mel's
Okay.
going to put it into a hip flexor. So your hip flexor sort of starts there, goes all the way up towards like your stomach. Just going to roll all the way down.
Just hold it with your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And then line your front. No, sorry, line your front. You should do
Oh,
it.
actually off the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Actually, probably could do with being off the mat for that because, to be honest, I think the mat takes a little bit of the... It's a bit cheating a bit, isn't it, if you have the mat?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That is bad. I need to be honest, this tennis ball isn't that hard.
Yeah.
But I can tell if you had something a bit more solid.
Like a hockey ball.
Oh, yeah.
Or a cricket
when
ball.
you get to the top there. Oh, yeah, that definitely works. And again, hip flexors are a bugger, aren't they, for being tight?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time sat down, so
Yes.
whenever you're sat down, you think your hip's in a flexed position.
Driving.
Driving, sat down at work, sat watching telly at home. You alright, Mel?
Yeah,
Making
yeah,
some funny
fine.
noises there, and it looks pretty weird as well.
Yeah, driving. And you know what gets me? Then people come to the gym and sit on a bike and you
Yeah.
think, these poor hip flexors, they're short all the
Just
time,
short
aren't
all
they?
the time, yeah. If you think of your hips as sort of like being like this foam roller, okay, this is the front of your hip, this is the back of your hip. And ideally you want your hips to be sort of in a slight anterior pelvic tilt, just means the front of it's a little bit lower than the back. If your hip flexors are really tight, which attach here, they're just going to pull it further and further down.
You can see
which
the
means
effect that has
those
on your back.
hips are going to be out of alignment. All of a sudden that back is really, really shortened. Your hamstrings are really lengthened.
Yes.
And your core muscles, your abs, your
And your glutes
rectus
aren't getting
abdominis are all very, very lengthened. And you can't engage your glutes as well because you can't get full hip extension.
Yes, has a load of knock-on effects. So yeah, get that ball and get yourself down on the floor and get them loose. Again, do both sides.
Talking of glutes.
Yes. Same again, really, but over this way.
Yep, so she's going to pop the ball into the side of the glute. Okay. Then she's going to cross that leg over that one.
Yeah.
And just roll
man,
around.
yeah, that is definitely hitting the spot.
Bit painful.
Not in a good way.
What you can do
Yeah,
with this one, you can move your leg further up, push down on that knee a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll open up different areas of your glutes.
We did a similar thing on our recent squat video and we did it with
Yeah,
the roller. So
did
if
it
you've
with
seen
roller.
that video, you'll have seen that
I
as
think
well.
we mentioned in that video that
This
the
is-
ball's a little bit better.
Definitely gets more, it's more
Yeah.
sort of like getting a spot,
You
isn't
get
it,
deeper
rather
into
than,
the muscle.
that's a bit localised, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, God.
Right.
Okay, glutes are done.
Last one. Mel's going to just roll out a lower back right quick.
Okay,
Okay, so you're going to pop that beneath the lower back.
just there.
Okay, you're just going to roll up and down, rotate around on the foam roller as she does it. Just going to loosen off those erector spinae muscles.
Oh, God, yeah. Takes your breath a bit, doesn't it?
It does a bit. Sometimes when you do this, especially if you do it higher up,
Yeah.
your back will pop as you do
Quite
it.
nice
You'll get a bit
feeling,
of a
that, isn't it?
crack. Okay. All of these, you don't really want to be spending more than 30 seconds to a minute, okay, on each one.
Yeah,
And that's just a good way of loosening up all of these muscles that attach around your hips, okay, so you can just move a little bit better.
Yeah, and you know, until you actually do that and you lay on that and you don't even realise those muscles are tight until you start rolling it, you're like, why is that so tender?
Yeah.
So yeah, brilliant.
That's it for your mobilisation.
Mobilisation.
Feeling mobile?
Absolute ragdoll.
Right.
This next section is more like mobility, dynamic stretches, and we've also put in some glute activation, haven't we?
Yeah.
So you've done your roller work, you've loosened stuff off, but we're getting more into like stretching the muscles, but still in a dynamic way.
Yeah, and
So
then
you're
get
moving.
them working a little bit as
Yeah,
well.
at the same time, not just static stretches, which have got the place, but for this we've kept it a bit more dynamic.
Yeah.
So first thing we're going to work on again is hip flexors, which
Excellent.
are obviously a huge thing. So Phil knows the drill. We're going to work on that side. So we'll just do one side for the benefit of you now. But so what he's going to do is stretch off his hip flexor by tilting through the pelvis, really sort of thrusting through. I hate the word thrust, but it's got to
Feel
be
like
used.
that top straight away.
Yeah. Also, if you want to extend that stretch, you can take the arm up and back and really sort of lean into it, and that'll extend the stretch right through, which you're probably feeling right now.
Yep.
And if you want to sort of back off for a second and then push through again,
Yeah.
it just makes it a bit more of a mobile stretch.
Go back through.
That's it. And that's it. And each time you might be able to push a little bit further. So that's cool. Good. So hip flexors, obviously, remember to do both sides. Beautiful.
I'll just stick to one for now, I think.
Yeah, just stick to one for now. So lower back.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so on your lower back. So what we're going to do with these is he's going to lay on his back and he's going to cross his legs like such. So legs crossed, and then literally just let his legs fall over to one side. Try if you can to keep that right shoulder for you attached to the floor, because what will happen is sometimes when you roll over, your shoulder lifts off and then you're not getting the benefit of the stretch. And then just as he's done, cross the legs and do the other side, and you can just keep alternating.
A bit tighter on that.
Can you tell one side's tighter than the other?
You can also
And just
do
keep
it
moving.
just by bringing your knees up.
You can
like
do it,
that.
and you can do it with both legs crossed and knees up.
Yeah.
There's loads of options on this, but just make sure, try to keep those shoulder blades on the mat.
Sometimes what you'll find is that your mobility is reduced, not to do with your lower body, but to do with your upper body. If your chest is tight as you lean over,
Yeah.
it pulls yourself away a little bit.
Okay.
With your lats as well.
Right,
sometimes.
what we got next? Glutes?
Yeah. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
so.
That's 3D glute.
Oh,
mobility,
yes,
isn't
we're
it?
going to do that. So, yeah, you might. We're going to try and do that without holding on to anything, aren't we?
No, we're not.
Are you going to hold? He's going to hold on
That's
to
a
it. So
chance.
it's probably useful to have something to hold on to for this. So, yeah, ankle onto knee, and then literally you can almost feel like you're drawing circles with this knee that's on the floor. So it just rotating round. You're going to go both directions. And you can also try to imagine drawing a line forward and back with that knee as well, and side to side. And literally it's just moving your hip through all angles, because obviously remember your hips are ball and socket joint, you want to loosen it through all angles. And again, we've got both sides. Roll it round. You probably feel a good stretch in the glutes here, don't you? You feel it, everyone's different. That's it. Excellent. So yeah, both hips loosened off. So,
Bit of yoga.
bit of yoga. Yeah, funny, you know, because you're saying a lot of these yoga poses have the name of animals, don't they?
Yeah.
So one of them we're going to do was we'll do the cat-cow first, shall we? Because that's quite immobile.
Yeah.
So cat and cow, now you can probably visualise what this is going to be. You're going to be on all fours. The cat pose, think of an angry cat.
No.
Is it angry? Is it
Oh,
happy?
no, sorry, it is angry
It's
cat.
an angry
yeah, it is
cat.
Angry cat.
So
So,
you imagine what a cat looks like, it's angry, so you're really going to drive through, like, even hissing with it. So really driving, look how much you can get your back up like that.
Yeah.
And then the cow, obviously it's like a slump back, isn't it? If you imagine what a cow looks like, so you're just going to take your spine the opposite direction. And that's just getting all those muscles in the back just loosened off, and just keep going through the two same moves, up and down. Brilliant, and that's it. A few of those, and the back's loosened off.
one of the things you see people do when they do this is they don't move the head with the pose.
Yes, because your
Just
spine's
keep it
all,
still.
obviously you think your spine's all like connected, you've got
Yeah.
to keep it all moving.
So there, while you're extending it, when you're flexing it, you need your head to come through, look at your knees as you do it.
Take the head up. So you next get into mobilisation as well. Because remember, it's all connected. Pigeon. You ready to do a pigeon?
Yeah, we can go for pigeon. Yeah, so that's the one I've got to put my leg through.
Yeah, you've got. This should be fun.
Right.
So he's literally, it's a little bit complicated to show on camera, but yeah, front leg literally folds through and the back leg he takes long. So you can see now how much of a stretch he's getting on this hip here. And where do you feel that?
In the glute.
Yeah, so his glute again.
We're saying to
Yeah, again, you
move
can
around.
have to be static, just keep moving your torso around so you're getting that stretch on different parts of the hip. It's a good one, that. And you can even move that front foot out if you like to more of a wider angle, that might allow you to sit lower into it. Obviously everyone's different in terms of their flexibility. Look at him, he's very flexible for a bloke, isn't he?
Flexi Phil.
Yeah, so child's pose. This
Okay.
isn't the name of an animal, is it?
No.
So child's pose is just quite a relaxing posture for your back. So you just sort of take your hips back, over your heels, and literally just relax into it. And it just allows the muscles on the spine just to sort of relax. It's not often you actually allow your back to relax like this. So just relax into it. A few deep breaths. And each time you breathe, you should be able to relax a bit more. This is quite a nice. You might end up going to sleep here, Phil.
You could do
Yeah.
change in the top.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you can't go to sleep, so you've got to activate those glutes again.
Yeah, we've got bird dogs.
Oh, bird dogs. So yeah,
More yoga.
moving into what more it is, still a yoga pose, but more like a bit of activation in the glutes and the back as well. So I'm glad to see you. So with the bird dog, you're taking opposite arm, well, you could try same leg, same arm. Opposite arm, opposite leg back, and if you're extending both of them out, that gets, it's quite a good strengthening exercise for like all the fascia on your back and the muscles on your back. But also is getting a good squeeze on the glute, good squeeze on the shoulders.
And your core.
And yeah, working the core. So again, keep changing, make sure you've got both sides done. Very nice. Good. Both legs done. Good. So it's, yeah, you can see he's getting a good stretch on the legs and a good bit of tension on the glutes. So, should we get some band work done?
We're going to do some fire.
Oh, fire! Are you not doing it with the band on?
Oh, you want to do
come
your band
on.
on? Right, go on.
Well, I would have done, but you know, no pressure. It's not a hard band. It's not a new band. Watch us end up snapping it now with these big trainers on. So, with the fire hydrant, we're obviously working on the glutes again.
It's not a hard band, you're right.
I know! I was actually sort of like telling them that while you weren't looking. Right, okay, let's hope it doesn't snap. So it's a bit of rotation in the hip here, warming up that glute med, and he's going to rotate it out. How's that band?
Yeah, lovely. Feels great on the hairy legs. Absolutely spot on.
But you're getting some good glute activation out of it, aren't you?
I'm not kidding. Stop laughing at me.
Oh, dear
Told
me.
you someone has more fun when we do this.
Yeah. Good. So you get the drift. He's getting those glutes warmed up and getting some good rotation in the hips. Now, other ones for in terms of banded, we were gonna. I mean, you could do what we call a clam, but it's a similar action, isn't it? In
Yes.
terms of it's. If you find it easy, you could go with the clam, but it's working in a similar way.
Yeah, some people find it easy. It's
Some
just
might prefer it.
resting down.
And then just literally imagine a clamshell. It's easy as that. Easy.
Easy. Give it camera a cheeky wink. It's a bit of a dodgy pose, this, isn't it?
It is a little bit, but God, I've had to do some dodgy stuff. So we also, if you want to add into it, you could do some walks with the band as well, which is working the same sort of stuff.
You can do.
Yeah. So again, getting the outsides of the glute med and everything outside of your hips working, but also with this you're getting that hip extension. So while you're up in that hip extension, warming up the glutes, you're also moving the knees in and out. So
You can do them both together, so you can go up,
out, in, down, you can, yeah. And just keep that rolling through that. So it's just getting all the hips warmed up, which, I mean, if you do all of what Phil's just done there, I think we can safely say your glutes are...
glutes will be on fire.
No, you might not even want to train after that, but no.
But once you've done all that, everything should be good to go, really.
Yeah, everything's good to go.
You've got your glutes activated, or I don't really like the term
No,
activation.
don't say it, but
you've got them working, you can
warm.
feel them, they're warmed up, okay?
The blood's in there.
You've warmed up all those muscles around your hips, okay? Are you good to go?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
move into the exercises.
We will, yes, let's do it. That's fine.
Right then, moving on. We are going to start with a little bit of weighted exercise. We're going to start with the good old Romanian deadlift.
Yeah.
As always, if anything starts with an Eastern European country
It just
before it, you
seems
know
to
it's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, it just seems to be a theme with that part of the world.
Romanian deadlifts are absolutely fantastic exercise for your glutes, your lower back and your hamstrings. As well as your core, you've got to keep your core engaged throughout to keep your torso nice and rigid.
Yeah, that's why we've added these in, because obviously we want you to mobilise your back, but also we want someone to strengthen it. So.
Yeah.
Phil's going to demo. We've got actually three variations on this,
that's
which
right.
I'm going to show you now. Phil's going to demo.
I'm going to start off with the kettlebell.
Kettlebell.
What I'm going to do first is demonstrate it wrong.
Yeah,
So
see,
we're
let's
gonna
see if we
the-
can spot what's wrong. We might not be able to.
Okay,
I think we
so
might. So, check, I've noticed, upper back rounded, literally just putting it down with a slump back. So, nobody's daft. We know that's not right. No, Phil, come on. So, yeah, anyway.
Try again,
We'll
Sean.
try it again, let's see.
So then this time, I'll just
So it might not be obvious to you what's going wrong here, but what we're looking for with the Roman is that the butt and the hips are moving backwards.
What moving
So, can't quite see it. I haven't got my protractor with me, but
That's not right either.
no, that's not right either, Phil. Come on, let's have a third time looking on
Okay,
this.
right. So I'm gonna stick my bum out.
It's getting there. It's getting there. Yeah, foot's moving back.
It's still.
Yeah, it's still not quite
Not right,
perfect, is
yeah.
it? What I often say to people is think about, imagine you're trying to shut a car door with your bum.
Okay.
So that's a good way of thinking about it, because sometimes people don't understand. You're asking me to bend my knees, but not bend my knees like this. So yeah, but it's sometimes a subtle difference.
I always tell people to lock the ribs down. So what I'm doing wrong there is I'm really arching my lower back.
It wasn't as obvious as the first one.
No.
Yeah.
So lock your ribs down.
So look how his hips are
Go
coming
back.
back.
And forwards, lock those ribs down.
So the knees are bending, but not because the knees are projecting forward, because the hips are going back. That is the difference between, what will be a squat and what is basically an RDL, a Romanian deadlift. So yeah, nice, flat back, no rounded shoulders, and he's not overextending. You see some people also extending the neck back too far. Try and keep the neck in a comfortable neutral position.
Squeeze the booty as well.
Good squeeze. So that's the basic teaching points of the RDL, but we're going to, in the next clip, just show it.
A few variations, because eventually you'll get to a stage with a kettlebell where you can only get to about 32.
Yeah, exactly.
So you need to
be able to
load it a little bit heavier.
to build it up. So yeah.
So we'll move into
The next stage, change of equipment.
as if appearing by magic.
So the basic difference here is the kettlebell you just have as a 20. Now we've got two 20s, so we've doubled the weight.
Oh yeah,
But
sound. Cracking.
Look, I've just had to do a bloody stir the pot on a ball. Yeah. So basically, all the teaching points are the same. It's just obviously being able to lift the weight by increase the weight by doubling up because you've got one weight in each hand.
Benefits of doing dumbbells as well compared to a bar is you've got a little bit more freedom and movement there.
Yes, true.
You're not constricted by something being in front of
And
you.
your shoulder position.
Yeah. So shoulders back.
It's important to keep the shoulder posture good, and some people might find it easier with a dumbbell to do that and keep the shoulders back. So yeah, shut the car door with his bum, nice flat back. That car door is shut. Also with this, and all the variations, you can even make this harder by getting a resistance band and attaching it to something static behind you. Just for that extra.
As well.
Yes, you could. Yeah, there's loads of ways to do it with bands on the kettlebell or on something behind you just to make this harder.
Like
So, yeah.
kettlebell's been showing off.
Yeah, you've done well. Next variation.
More.
More.
What's this?
This is
Had
what
a
we
kettlebell.
call.
I've had a dumbbell.
Yeah.
And now this
Hey,
contraction's
think
appeared.
yourself lucky, mate. I could have grabbed out an Olympic bar as well, but we're going to give that a
There's
miss.
probably one in corner somewhere.
Oh, well. This is what we call a trap bar, hex bar.
Yeah.
It's just a hex shape. It helps really because it distributes the weight around you, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it's similar to dumbbell. It's not in front
Yeah.
of you, which can sometimes pull people forwards.
Shoulders. Yeah.
Okay, and again, you've got a little bit more freedom and movement there.
You have, yeah. So you're going to step inside, obviously.
One benefit to the hex bar as opposed to the dumbbells is as your dumbbells get heavier, the grips tend to get thicker,
Yes.
which makes them quite hard to grip, whereas with the hex bar,
It's a constant.
it's the same as like an Olympic bar
Yeah,
in terms of
exactly.
like the
And with
thickness of the
this,
grip.
you can load loads of weight on this.
Oh yeah,
I mean, the hex bar's about 20 kilos. We've got 10 each end, so it's 40 kilos. But you could have loads more onto this, so you've got freedom to go as high as you want. But all the points exactly the same. You're going to drive those hips back nice and flat. And we're trying not. You could take it all the way to the floor if you want, but for this, because we're just doing an RDL, we're just going to keep it that bit shy of the floor.
Yeah, I always say to people when you do it, you want to get it so that your upper body's sort of like parallel to the floor. Or for some people, it's about halfway down your shin.
Yeah, which you are.
You get the bar about halfway down.
About perfect. But again, it's just another variation of RDL. You could bring an Olympic bar in and do exactly the same. But yeah, loads of options. Start low, work up.
Yep.
That's great, that. Well done.
Thanks.
How'd you feel?
Guess.
Worth mentioning at this stage, the barbell hip thrust, which we did a video on previously. I'll link that at the end of this particular video, but definitely add that into your routine if you do struggle with your back. Get those glutes strong, and that'll take pressure off the lower back as well. Right, okay. Ooh.
I get a bit of a break now.
No, wow.
Mel's going to demonstrate a couple of core exercises.
Yeah, because they're important, like we said in the intro. Important.
Yeah, so first one we're going to do is a dead bug. It's called that because apparently you look like a dead bug.
Okay, let's do my best impression.
So Mel's going to lie down on her back. She's going to have her arms straight up in front of her. She's going to bring her knees up. And all she's going to do from there is straighten one leg towards the floor and then bring it back in. Now, while she does that, she's going to keep that lower back pushed into the floor, okay, to really engage those core. Bloody hell, they're a bit firm, aren't they?
Yeah, we've been working them buggers.
Alternate between legs.
Sorry, yeah, I just know I should be doing that.
If you feel your back arching, alright, you're taking some of the tension there off your core. You really want to feel your lower back pushed into the floor throughout, okay? You want to tilt your hips the opposite way to when you would do like a hip thrust, so tilt them up. How's your core?
Yeah, I can definitely feel it.
Okay. What you can do to make this a little bit harder is Mel can straighten her legs. She do it with a straight leg. Bring it back in. Good. Oh, that's proper info.
It is now, yeah.
Okay, and then the last one, do them both together.
Arms and legs?
No, just do your legs both together. It's not bad, that. A little bit harder, that one, Mel.
A little bit harder,
Little bit
yeah, but you
tougher.
know, I'm the core queen, aren't I? So, come
Core.
on. So you could also bring your arms in, I suppose. You've
Yeah,
done
you
like
can a
you
little
do
bit.
alternating leg and alternating arm, but you know.
Yeah, you need a bit too much coordination.
Oh, you need a hell of a lot of coordination for that, yeah.
So that's
Good.
one that's got
Okay.
a few sort of like, you've got like a beginner one with a bent knee,
Yeah.
an intermediate one moving one straight leg, and then a bit more of an
Sounds
advanced
right.
one where you use both legs together.
Or you can have a weight in your hands. There's
Good.
loads of levels, isn't there? Yeah.
Now we're going to move on to a
Oh, yeah.
plank.
Yeah, everyone loves a plank, don't they?
Okay.
Okay, so,
I'm going to make this one a bit harder though.
are you?
I am, yeah. Going to go off screen for a second. Right, Mel, set yourself up for your traditional plank. So you see how our hips are tilted. Okay, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Let's bring these hips up a bit. Okay, that's picture perfect plank, isn't
Thanks.
it? Yeah. One good teaching point for the plank is to feel like you try to suck your belly button up into your spine. Now, one of the first advancements that you can do of a plank is to try and tense everything. So tense your legs, tense your bum, really squeeze your arms, okay, squeeze everything.
Good, yeah.
Hips up a bit higher, okay? And you'll feel that a little bit more,
Yeah.
okay? That's called your Russian kettlebell challenge plank.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, Russians like making stuff hard.
Yeah.
Alright, then the last one, you just get yourself back down while I get myself equipment.
This was not scripted. I'd just like to say to everyone, I
This
don't know what's coming here, but this
It's
wasn't
called
scripted.
payback.
No,
Is what this
it's
is.
called payback.
Yeah. So what Mel's going to do, she's going to rest the forearms on the ball.
Okay.
Okay, she's going to take her feet back, she's going to hold the plank on the ball. Okay, and that makes it a little bit harder because it challenges your stability a little bit more.
Yeah.
That ball. Okay. If you want to make it a little bit harder, what you can do is start moving
Not
the ball
stir the
around.
pot.
Yeah, there we go. You are the core queen, aren't you? Sure for you
Done
now.
these a few times.
Okay, then you bring a bit more dynamic movement into it. It's a little bit more of a challenge. So start with your basic plank, move on to your RKC plank, and then if you're feeling really brave, okay, get onto this. Okay, if at any point you start feeling it in your lower back,
Well, you
that
know
means
what,
you're not engaging your core
Yeah,
as much.
I have to admit at the point there it was starting to go
Yeah,
in the lower back, so
when you get to that point, just stop.
yeah, build up to that obviously.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's it for your core.
Good. That hurts.
How you feeling?
Yeah, cord.
Core. Like an apple.
Core blind.
Not blind.
Yeah. Right. Well, we hope you enjoyed that. We've gone through a few things there, which will definitely help with any sort of back issues you might have.
Some of us enjoyed it more than others, I think,
Yeah.
as always.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope what we've done today has definitely alleviated any issues you might have.
It should all help you. Everything we've done is
geared towards helping you move better,
Yes.
being more functional in your movements, having more balance. Because you tend to find that problems, pain originates when you become imbalanced.
Yes,
a lot
what I was
of the
going to
time.
say is what I find a lot of times with people when you do this stuff, they just seem to start holding themselves better.
Yeah.
Posture becomes a thing. They didn't realise they had a bad posture until you move through a few of these sort of routines and realise how much better they hold themselves.
Yeah, you think you spend all the time walking around like that, looking at your phone.
It's a big thing and people don't realise until you
Too
take
late.
pictures, until it's too
Too
late.
late and you've
And the
something
back's gone.
hurts.
That's right, so really, your back's so important, guys, look after it.
So give those workouts a go,
Yeah.
try those exercises, try those mobilisations, let us know how you get on.
Definitely.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our
You
channel.
beat me to it, definitely like, subscribe, thumbs up, subscribe.
If there's anything you'd like us to go through next
will.
time, just let us know.
Put in the comments below and we will get on it for you. Thank you very much.
Cheers.